2 years, 85 episodes. It ends tonight. Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to episode 86 of Smalltalk. This is the Smallville retrospective podcast, and this is the series finale. This is our watch party of the big double finale or double episode finale of Smallville. It's been much hyped up, much ballyhooed, and 85, 86 episodes later, it has now come to this. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me just scooch some people. Well, I guess I can't do that right now. Thank you, StreamYard, for that. Jacob Collins from 3D Movie Cinema, how are you?
I am so sad to see this go. We're saying goodbye to a show that I've loved since 2006, because that was the first time I started watching Smallville. And I watched it from 2006. Yeah, I literally did not start it until season, I think, it was on the ABC, and 2006 was when I started watching it. It went from 2006 to 2011, and I own it every season. I owned it on DVD, and I owned it on Blu-ray, and now digital. And I am sad to see this go. I'm so glad, Ryan, that I took you on this journey with me. And Matt, I'm so glad that you got to join the journey. And Aaron, I'm so glad that you're here. So,
thank you.
Well, Matt Wyatt, how are you?
Doing great. And yeah, I totally agree that it is sad that this is the final episode for this podcast. And to see this all come to an end after almost 2 years since doing this. My first exposure to Smallville, I remember my brother showed me the Red Kryptonite episode from season 2 when it was on the WB. And I was like, oh, cool. They're doing a younger version of Clark Kent before he's Superman. And I didn't really finish it all the way through at the time. But then when season 3, the second half started to air it on TV and went on during the WB, and I started to watch it all the way through. Then I watched the reruns when it was on ABC Family. Then I watched the unedited TV version from ABC Family that they censored out and watched it on DVD for the first 3 seasons. I thought that at the time that the second season was my favorite before season 4 premiered.
Well, Aaron White from the season 6 premiere, how are you?
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, glad to have you back on. And yeah, like we mentioned, this is everything has been built up to this. This is the big finale, the whole shebang. And I don't know what to expect from this one. I have an idea, and Jacob and Matt have already kind of clued me in on someone that might show up. So I won't say who, in case someone is here watching along with us for the first time, which it is interesting if that is the case. But I won't say who, but let's just say it's a big deal. Collins, you're chomping at the bit. What do you got to say?
No, I was just going to say, can you imagine if somebody has never watched Smallville and they started with season 8 and 10 through 10, they're just like, I tried watching Smallville, but I couldn't get into it, and I'm like, yeah, I just think honestly, it's there's no Lex Luthor in the show. And it's just really weird that you have a Superman show without Lex Luthor, and you're just like, he's in seasons 1 through 7. Come on. I always imagine wouldn't it be in a bizarre world, someone's just flipping through channels, is that Superman? Let's check it out, bro. And instead, which I'm so glad that we get to see Clark's journey, and it's so great that we get to see this a month. This ends a month before Superman comes out. So it's really poetic to see you're saying goodbye to one character and hello to a new character, the new Superman. And so it's
which at the time when the finale wrapped up, they were filming Man of Steel.
Yeah. Which I'm excited, and I hope it's everything. Ryan, I hope you love the series finale. I hope it's everything you want, and I hope you're not going to be angry going, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. This is worse than season 8. It's either going to be the best thing ever or the worst thing ever. Okay.
Nothing can be as disappointing as I'm forgetting his name now. The Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer. Doomsday.
Davis Bloom.
Yeah, the anticlimactic fight.
Nothing can be worse than Davis Bloom gently pushing Jimmy Olsen onto a pitchfork. Nothing can be worse than that.
Well, pitchforks are deadly in the Smallville universe.
Apparently. Well, this is watch along style, so if you are watching, it is on Hulu, or if you have the Blu-rays or the digital copies, that's even better. Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, you have the DVDs, so it's skipping the recap if there is one, right?
No, this does the recap.
Okay.
I double checked.
In that case, when the actual episode starts, I'm going to yell at you to say go, and that's when you go.
Got it.
All right, everybody got that? All right. With that in mind, before we start, I'll probably thank Jacob and Matt again sometime at this point in this stream, but I want to thank you guys. This has been an incredible journey, and I have had the time. I've had the time of my life, and it's
been a privilege to see your reaction to the show that you have never seen before. To start,
seriously.
Just to throw a little dirty dancing in there too. But
in case you haven't noticed, I told you that off camera that I forgot the shirt, the Smalltalk shirt, and I try to fuck with you guys, saying, "Yeah, I didn't forget. I had brought it with this in this full circle for this podcast."
All right.
I was gonna say my heart goes out to you, but I don't really do the Elon Musk thing. I don't want to do that.
Please don't.
No.
Please don't do that.
Please don't.
Well,
but I just want to say I'm so glad. And Ryan, I wanted to ask you before we start: was it worth it you buying the whole box set? Now, do you think it was a worthy purchase, or do you think you should have just stayed on Hulu?
It cuts down the time of having to wait through all of the ads for like Preparation H and like other things. So
I knew that you would go with Preparation H.
Why don't you just call it Preparation Ass Cream, you ass?
Royce.
Why don't you just say the show's ass? Okay, well, it's like ass cream. You just got to put it on.
Well, it's Hulu ads, so it's completely disproportionate to the stuff that like you're actually watching. It's like that Ben Who's line where it's like commercials that don't match the product, and like Colin Mockery's like, "Hold up there, Tex, you're looking a little scared. Try these adult diapers."
Which I got. Which, by the way, before we get started, I got.
You have some?
I got Superman to watch with me, so we're good.
Oh yeah. I got Henry.
Let's go. Got my Superman. Let's go.
It seems like you guys are all prepared. So in that case, we shall shove off. This is the series finale of Smallville, just called Finale. But
makes sense since the pilot was just called Pilot.
They should have just called it Superman.
That would have made more
sense.
sense.
One word,
or just Super. Like there you go.
Something.
Or call it Man of Steel.
Well, Jacob and Matt, get primed, get ready, because I am counting down.
All right, let's go.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Kids just don't fall out of the sky.
What are you trying to tell me, Dad? That I'm from another planet?
So what are you, man or Superman?
We have a destiny together. We're on different sides.
You're a superhero.
We're here to be a force for good, not for evil.
Every world needs its heroes.
Time to become the Luther you were destined to be.
I believe in you.
I can be their hero.
Can you imagine? Do y'all know where y'all were in 2011? Like May of 2000.
This was a month before my graduation, my high school graduation.
This came out May 11th, so this would have been 3 days before my birthday.
I remember seeing Thor the weekend before.
I remember the time when this came on TV for the finale. I was so hyped to see him don the costume of Superman. And my dad, my brothers, we got together and watched the fucking finale. We were so ready.
Like, I just want to see him fly as Superman. I just want to see him Superman. It'd be really funny if like the show just ends and he's like, "Fuck the suit," and then just throws it in the garbage and walks away like Spider-Man no more. You're just like, well, that was a big middle finger.
Pretty much, I think in this rough time period, I would have graduated middle school, or either had graduated or was about to. Then my summer would have started, and then I would have started high school in August. So
I think I was either in both middle school or in high school. I don't know if it's
But dude, I remember when I was like in the car with my dad before the finale aired, and they were announcing the finale, and they played the John Williams score. They were hyping that shit up.
I wonder if Michael Dangerfield has any relation to Rodney. Also, one question: who is in charge of this place now? It's not Tess. Like, she's doing a million other things besides this.
They'll never tell us who's in charge of the Daily Planet.
Maybe it's Lionel. Who knows? Well, because Lois knows that the people are always going to need Clark.
Yeah.
And so Clark is more important than her.
She thinks she was doing the right thing by calling off the marriage because the world needs Superman.
Which in Superman Returns, that logic goes out the window, and it goes, why the world doesn't need Superman? Remember, Tom Welling was like, when this came out, he was like really pimping the show, this new show. He's like, don't worry, if you like Smallville, you'll like Hellcats, and it's about cheerleaders.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, the loyal fans were like, all right, and they watched some 3 episodes. They're like, this is shit. And they just didn't watch.
I got canceled fast.
In the words of Dr. Phil, how's that working out for you?
Oh yeah, I remember watching the first season of Hellcats. There were 2 actresses that were on Disney Channel, and I remember that they were on the CW, and Tom Welling was the producer.
Allison.
I can't remember her last name. But yeah, it was Ashley Tisdale, who's the supporting character in the lead. I can't remember her name. She was in Phil of the Future, and she's been in a lot of Disney Channel movies.
Oh, Allison Mashaka, yeah, her and
that's her.
Yeah.
Darkseid in this show is the equivalent of Galactus from
He's literally the dark cloud of Galactus from Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I'm like rewatching this. I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of similarities to this show, this episode, and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I was looking through some old photos, and it seems very similar.
Yeah, we got one more Spider-Man 3 clip.
All that you know is at an end.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
By the way, talked about it. Remember, we never talked about.
But also, this episode, I believe it came out a month before Green Lantern or something, because this came out in 2011. Green Lantern
came out in June, the first week of June, and everybody was like so excited for it. Then they saw the movie, and they're like, "All right."
They're like, "Oh, yikes!" I mean, I knew at the time when this final episode came on, and they talked about that they were going to start filming Man of Steel, and I think it was in May that they dropped the first still photos of Henry Cavill in the bank vault. I think it might have been in May or July. I can't remember which month.
That was her favorite human.
We only had 2 live action Granny Goodness. This one was in the flesh, the other one was more of a CG character.
I don't want to complain or anything, but didn't we just do this?
Didn't you already try to recruit her?
Like, I see you as a daughter. Like, I don't. Like
why? You're my favorite. Because you're a Luthor.
Precious.
My precious.
Well, she's basically saying, like, whenever Darkseid gets here, and he says, whenever Apocalypse gets here, and basically enslaves the human race, he says,
well, he wants to rule them all in the darkness, bind them.
Yeah, basically, he wants to turn Metropolis into Middle Earth, and
he wants to turn it into a Mordor.
Mordor, yeah, and then he wants Tess. You can be one of the people that helps us find the other people.
Did you notice that the planet was coming towards Earth? That's Apocalypse.
Yeah. Wow, but yeah, when I was watching, I'm like, this reminds me of Fantastic Four, though, because when Galactus is coming to Earth, you see that giant cloud that's like.
But that was a giant planet. But Darkseid was basically a fucking like Galactus. You just want to kill her right then and there. Just wipe that smile off her face.
I don't think First Steps is going to be that good, but they got the basics of Galactus' design right. That's something.
They got the comic book accurate look of Galactus.
You know, we never talked about. By the way, I keep forgetting this, but remember at the end of when Darkseid Lionel's last episode, we saw him. Remember, Darkseid shows up just in a giant cloud.
Yeah,
We
it was
never
in,
talked
it was
about
in
that.
yeah, that was the graveyard. that he was in Lex's grave.
What do you think happened, Ryan? Before this it reveals what happened. What do you think happened?
I mean, Lionel got possessed.
Speaking of Fantastic Four First Steps, they announced that the tickets are going to go on sale tomorrow. Which I'm definitely going to. I will definitely book that ticket for sure for opening day.
I don't think you have to worry about booking your tickets for Fantastic Four, man.
I'm still going to do. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to get it by the time it goes on sale.
Just wait, because I'm sure you're going to have a packed theater. You're going to have a full theater to choose from.
No, I'm still going to get it.
Aaron, you going to go?
For
Fantastic Four, the new one.
No, I'm saving all for Superman. I can pick and choose my outings.
No.
I
was like,
I have to choose wisely.
Okay,
I will say, at least I think Fantastic Four will at least make 400 million. I think it will at least make 400 million.
Yeah, I think it will make at least 500 million at most, more than Thunderbolts.
500. I mean, 500 I think is a reach.
Will it
400? I think
make its budget back?
If it's really that good, then I think that more people will go out and give it a chance for this movie.
I just don't see it making $1 billion. There's no way.
No, I never said it was going to make $1 billion. Don't get that twisted. I never said that. No, I think Superman will most likely hit the $1 billion mark. Even Jurassic World will probably get there too.
Yeah, who's going to win? Jurassic, Superman, or Fantastic Four in July?
I think honestly, Superman. If I had to place money right now, Superman. I think
you got to remember, look at the past Jurassic World movies. Even though I didn't receive well, most of the movies have been $1 billion hit.
The last three have sucked. And
but it still made $1 billion. It didn't matter what the quality was. They still go on and see it. Dude, Minecraft sucked ass and it made almost $1 billion. You really want to go there?
Age of Extinction, Transformers 3 made $1 billion. Then people finally said, "Fuck this franchise," and then the fifth one bombed. So I'm like, it might go that route.
Dude, the Jurassic World trilogy made over $1 billion, even though the movies were not that good. I don't think they give two squirts of shit about the quality. The kids want to fucking see that movie. They want to see dinosaurs eat people. Dude, look at the Minecraft movie. How much that movie made? Closer to $1 billion, and that movie sucked. But the kids will love it.
This is the seventh movie of a franchise.
Furious 7 was okay.
Sometimes the bad movies make bank, and other times the good movies do nothing at all.
Exactly. That's the point.
Imagine if like Jurassic World makes $1 billion, but then Superman and Fantastic Four both flop, and you're just like, damn. I'm glad they brought his mom back for the finale. I thought that was really cool.
That makes perfect sense for them to bring her back. And did you notice that John Schneider is already labeled as a guest star in the beginning of the credits?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would be stupid not to have him back.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, they're going to bring him back. Well, of course they're going to bring him back because this is the final episode. It's literally culminating to the whole series. I mean, it's unfortunate they didn't bring Pete Ross back for the final episode.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Wait, I forgot Pete even existed. I'm not gonna lie.
The last time we saw him was the last time we saw him was
dude. I was thinking of something.
The last time we saw him was with the Stride Goat episode of season 7.
There's the goat.
Oh yeah.
The Ghost Dad, Ghost Pa Kent.
It's like, remember in Amazing Spider-Man how they had Captain Stacey as a ghost? It's kind of like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Except he talks more. But for Stacy's dad, he just stands there taunting him.
Just like, see, I see you.
I see you, giving him a stare.
Peter's looking at, like, making out with Gwen, and all of a sudden he's like looking at like this, like
Ghost Dad.
That's actually a Bill Cosby movie too, by the way, Ghost Dad.
Yes. If only that was like the one bad thing he's known for.
I wasn't even gonna go there, man. Ryan went there. He's like, I'm gonna go there.
That and Leonard Part 6.
I look, Leonard Part 6 is awful, but it's fun.
One of my favorite Roger Ebert reviews of all time. They're like, oh look, he shoots the door and it doesn't fall over. How hilarious. How highly, highly humorous.
She's gonna read Clark's vows.
I am not married. Aaron, you're the married one here. Is
What's
this
up?
breaking a tradition of some kind?
Somewhat, but it's a TV show. Go for it.
It's a TV show. Just suspend your disbelief.
That's bullshit. No, it's bullshit. He's trying to be nice and say no. It's
I mean, if you need a gentle push, yeah.
Hey, if you need a push to get her to reconsider for the marriage, then you might as well break that tradition.
We had traditional ones at ours, so.
I wanted to see, I wanted to see like him marry her and it'd be like a Justice League wedding ceremony and everybody be there and then like people nudging him going like, hey, you need the kryptonite condom tonight because we don't want you to get pregnant, killer.
He'll need the blue kryptonite condom so it doesn't kill
there
him.
You go.
Brought to you by Blue Chew.
Yes.
Yeah, because he can't perform if it's green. He'll be like, I can't. I'm so sorry. I can't get it up, Lois. I'm sorry because it's kryptonite.
No, he can't get it up. He can't get it up in bed with the green kryptonite.
What?
He's gonna look up the song that was playing when she was reading
the other
his
night
vows.
I was listening to Kelly Clarkson sober from the season 7 premiere or whenever, and I just love my favorite part.
That was a banger song. That fits so well in that episode.
I just love how they're bringing Lex to jail, and he just and it's just such an iconic scene where he's just going to jail, and then he just sits in his jail cell and pulls out a picture of Lana. That literally, I still love that so much. Then you see Supergirl just fly away, like that to me was so cool.
Yep. It's gonna be super easy, barely inconvenience.
Aaron, what's your thoughts on the later seasons of Smallville? Do you hate them or love them?
Who?
You do you hate the later 8, 9, and 10?
Okay, if you're gonna ask someone a question, just say their name so they know who you're talking to.
I'm the defender of the later ones. I'm the defender of the later ones.
By the way, I found the song. It's "Breathe Again" by Sarah Bareilles off of Kaleidoscope Heart. I love that album so much.
Yeah, that's what I
Don't
thought.
know her.
Look up that song to add it to your playlist. Like, I gotta look this shit up.
I mean, honestly, this whole show just has like my music taste, like minus the heavy metal.
We don't have as much soundtrack here in the later seasons. I mean, the earlier ones were banger.
Yeah, they do have the soundtracks on Amazon.
Yeah, it seems like the newer showrunners like Sanders and Patterson did not go for more of a score and less of a soundtrack. Even though I think it's bullshit because honestly, some of the best songs can actually make the scene much.
But you got to pick the right ones. Don't pick it at random.
Yeah.
Just like what James Gunn does, he picks his soundtrack with the right songs for the movie.
Or Edgar Wright.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't often now get superhero movies that plays soundtrack for the movie anymore. They lean towards more of the score.
They want Oliver to kill Clark.
Oh, look, it's the Go Kryptonite ring.
It's the one ring to rule them all.
Imagine him putting on a Go Kryptonite condom, then he'll lose his power permanently.
Well, I don't think they make them that small.
It always makes my heart warm seeing John Schneider in anything. Like, I literally saw him on the cover of a DVD at the library today called "What Would Jesus Do?" and I'll be like, yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I own it.
I just wish once he would wear the damn red shirt with blue jacket again, or the blue shirt with the red jacket.
Well, he is wearing the blue shirt.
He's just not wearing a red jacket. By the way, I think they just recycled the ISIS outfit.
They did. She's wearing it.
I just noticed that. I'm like, did they just recycle the outfit? Because I'm like, she looks exactly the same. I'm not gonna lie, I would choose Erica Durance over the rest of the world. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
No, I don't know. I don't know now. Like, I mean, her now or her then? Her then, yes, but her now, maybe. I don't know. It would be debatable. Now, Sydney Sweeney, I would choose Sydney Sweeney over the world. I don't care if they said, "Hey, look, the end of the world's coming, apocalypse is coming. You could choose Sydney Sweeney or stop apocalypse." I'm like, y'all just got to suffer through Mordor, buddy.
If I somehow got into your Amazon account and found a bar of a certain kind of soap, would that belong to you?
I guarantee he probably already bought it.
I would plead the fifth on that question, Ryan. I did
Soap on a
not
rope.
50 bars of Sydney Sweeney soap, okay?
I didn't say it was Sydney Sweeney soap. You said it.
I did not buy the 50 bars, okay?
I wonder in the planning to this, I wonder if Lois was like, yeah, my jerk dad and my terrible sister are not invited.
What sister? You mean his cousin?
No, Lois had a Lois had
Oh,
a
you're
sister.
talking about Lois. Oh, I thought
Lose.
I was like, wait, what?
Men
Who's
in Black.
behind her? Who's behind her? I wonder who that could be.
Who do you think that is, Ryan? Who do you think that is, Ryan?
Seems aggressive.
Well, they didn't kill her, so.
I didn't kill her. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh yes, obviously it was Tommy Wiseau, Matt. Yes, obviously Tommy Wiseau was like, "Hello, Tess.
Hello,
Hi.
Tess. Oh, hi, Tess.
How's your sex life going, Tess?
How's your sex life?
Do you still father?"
I find it
Well,
very
that's just
hilarious
right.
that Lois's dad and Lucy does not show up at the fucking wedding in this episode. Guess they couldn't afford him to come.
In kayfabe, they weren't invited.
I would have did background actors like they did. Remember, like in that one episode with Hawkman's funeral, just have a bunch of background actors and never pan the camera towards them.
The father was supposed to walk her daughter in the aisle, and not the other way around.
Betcha Michael Ironside was in the midst of shooting Battlestar Galactica or Starship Troopers 3 or something.
Clark, you're supposed to have your glasses on. You're in public.
I was just
Did
about to
anyone?
say-
Most of his employees from the Daily Planet is there, and he's supposed to put on the glasses while he's wearing, and he has no glasses on.
Like, hey, what happened? I'm wearing my contact lenses.
Like, oh my god, you're Superman.
You know, I was trying to Google like why Michael Ironside did not appear in the finale, and AI, you know, we should not listen to AI instead of Google because AI says overview is like Michael Ironside who played General Zod in the fourth season of Smallville, and I'm just like, yeah, he did not play General Zod in the fourth season of Smallville.
This is why you never trust AI when it comes to Google.
Is this the first commercial break that we've gotten?
Yep.
Wow.
And I believe that we did have a little commercial break in that one, yeah. Because they did split into two parts of for the finale. Yeah, let's hear this vow again that we've already heard this.
We pick up the vows in progress.
Let's do it twice in a row.
Just kill time.
I did not. I don't know why. Now fucking Matt's got the Tommy Wiseau stuck in his head.
I did not.
Now I'm all of a sudden like, I did not hit her. I did not. This bullshit. I did not.
Bullshit, I did not hit it. I did not hit it. I
Mark.
did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, imagine if all of it was Tommy Wiseau. Oh, hi, Clark. Here's your gold ring.
I do anything for my girl.
Yeah.
It looks like sexy, Lois.
No, it's anything for my princess.
Hi, doggy.
Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Oh, how odd that she was able to spot something's off about that ring.
She's about to pull the biggest Your Honor, I object of all time.
She's like, hey, Clark, I know about this group program called Nexium that you really should join.
No, it's a purity ring. No, I'm just kidding. No!
Oh, heck.
Uh-oh.
It's about to get real.
I just love how no one questioned. No
He
one
looks like
questioned it
he
up
looks
in
like the
that
demon from Supernatural.
Exactly.
Black eyes.
The black eyes.
You know how somebody is evil when their eyes, they have their pupils are pure black, and they're like,
They literally took that from Supernatural. If you watch the show, you would know.
I mean,
Which we
if
should
you-
do a podcast for that, for Supernatural.
natural talk.
There you go. That's
Oh,
the one.
That
That's
sounds like
all
something.
That's one of the ones on my ever expanding shows to do list. So we will.
Because you said and Ryan, I remember you DM'd us on Instagram about that video with Dean Winchester's speech, his monologue. I was like, "Is this from Supernatural?" I was like, "Yeah, this is definitely from Supernatural."
like from that. Just from seeing Jensen Ackles in that, I'm like, okay, this has got to be right.
There's full of like black goo bubbling up from the holy water.
The blackest eyes, the devil.
The devil's eyes.
Like dogs.
God, it just thinks
Oh,
of.
it's Michael
I just think of
Myers
Sam
now?
and Dean about to pop in.
Disappeared. He's gonna see shadows, and they're like, "Where?" And then see Frodo.
One
with the
ring to rule them all.
Gonna put it on. Just disappeared. Turned to like in Lord of the Rings.
Just watch him put it on, and he fucking vanishes.
I see you.
We got to have Clark have the pep talk to have him.
They
give
should
into
have
the
done
light.
that. If I was a showrunner, I would have literally said, "What if I do it like just like Sauron from Lord of the Rings, where basically if like all of a sudden Clark keeps dreaming about Darkseid, and you see Darkseid in the shadow go, I see."
When he's not dreaming, he'll be vanishing, and he sees the vision of fucking Darkseid.
Well, obviously yes, but there's no magic ring in Smallville. Okay, so that's the last I said.
Well, we
if
have
I-
Smallville with full of magic in this fucking universe.
Do not come in between the Nazgul and its prey. Oh, death.
Oliver is pure of heart, so he had the darkness lifted.
This house is clean.
Darkseid lifted is gone from him.
You back?
Darkseid was inside of him now, but now Darkseid's not inside of him anymore.
That's what Scoutmaster Kevin used to say.
He had that big D inside, but then the Darkseid got his darkness out of him.
He penetrated him.
I knew you
The
were
big
going.
darkness.
Also, Zack Snyder saw this and took furious notes because I mean, this is literally Krypton's arrival right here. All it needs is the world engine, and there you go.
Or Independence Day.
Yeah,
So I
that's
saw
literally
Independence
they
Day.
literally Zack Snyder took it from fucking Independence Day mostly.
They saw Independence Day and the Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer and said, "We got our show. Mission accomplished. We got our final season." Instead,
Just
there
watch
was
the
no
TV,
Silver
just
Surfer.
fucking going aesthetic. You are not alone.
You guys have probably seen this, but someone like fan edited a Batman v Superman trailer, but it sees from Batman's point of view of the message "You are not alone." And
I'm
it's
watching it in the Batcave in the
Yeah.
cow.
I saw that.
Everybody was looking for fan videos everywhere after they announced that Comic-Con announcement in 2013.
Dude, I remember when they did a lot of fan edited trailer of all across the multiverse from big popular IPs, from X-Men, fucking Star Wars, and Star Trek, all combining DC and Marvel. That was before they started doing that AI generated fan film.
I remember I used to have a fan picture of not Ben Affleck, but of Brandon Routh and Christian Bale, Batman versus Superman. Just as a fan image because I thought that was so cool. I had a picture of them in the Daily Planet.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. That looked pretty dope. They were considering to have them crossing over.
But Nolan said, "Fuck no."
Yep. Because Superman Returns came out a year after Batman Begins, and they were considering having these two have them interconnected in the same universe.
And Nolan was that, hell to the no, no.
Oh, this is the moment right here.
If the Dark Knight would not have a billion.
Hold on, this is the moment right here with Jonathan Kent. This is one of my favorite moments in this episode.
He just needed that little something.
And if you notice in this scene, they played a whole parallel of the back in season 3 when Jonathan was about to have his open heart surgery. His last words to tell Martha is like, when he is ready, we need to let him go. And then Martha's like, you stand by my side when he does. That's a parallel to this episode.
This is my favorite part.
Here's Daddy.
Did you really think I was gone for good?
Why does John Glover here look like Harley from Epic Mealtime? That's what I want to know.
Well, he's been in hiding.
Why not go to an organ donor?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, Lyle's got connections. You can easily.
Oh, he doesn't have anyone to match his heart. He needs someone who is related to him that they can match his heart. Biological.
So basically, yeah, Lex, the original Lex didn't die. He was just badly deformed, disfigured. So they took all clone parts and then just rehealed the original body.
Because he was so injured, he kept himself in hiding for the original Lex and used his duplicates, his copies, to fake his own death in season 8. Which it made more sense than just having to get killed off just like that and get outsmarted. But that
wasn't the original real Lex. That was a clone.
That was not the original Lex. The original Lex was been underground the whole time. The
original Lex, that's the original Lex. Yeah, the one that fell in the fortress.
And he just used all of his clones all of his organs to regenerate.
Like Frankenstein's monster.
Basically, yeah, because he got fucking tumbled in the fortress. He got completely fucked up.
Ah, his hand.
See, that's why it says Lex O, the original.
Lex O, 0. Like, this was the end of this was getting towards the end of part 1 for that episode when it was on TV, because they did a 2-parter. They didn't drop it like 1 week to another. It was just split in the same night.
That 2-hour finale gimmick.
Yep.
Yes.
Also, shout out to HTC. Rest in peace.
Because the first part, Michael Rosenbaum was not in the first part. He was only in part 2.
What soul?
Your soul is mine.
There it is, yeah.
Oh.
Ripped his fucking heart out. This was the end of part 1, and this is the beginning of part 2.
That was on the CW. They had a heart pulling out on the CW.
Oh, there he is. If you watch Vampire Diaries and Supernatural, there's a lot of fucking organs that gets ripped off. Believe me. There's the return of Michael Rosenbaum.
The return of the king.
It's good to be the king.
It's like, I like when he pulls it off. I'm like, it's actually him sitting there. He's like,
is he gonna talk like Bane from fucking Dark Knight Rises? Oh, I'm back. There's nothing to worry about.
The fire rises.
The fire rises.
I think truly what it was the young Lex, the one played by Ryan from High School Musical. Mm-hmm. I think the reason they did the whole young Lex thing, I think they were trying to make him just the adult Lex if Rosenbaum hadn't decided to return. But I think once Rosenbaum decided to return, they're like, okay, let's pivot and make him Connor Kent.
because they announced his return before the series finale. They said like, no, Michael Rosenbaum's coming back for the finale, and that's when they finally locked him in, and then they changed the plan.
Because I think if they wouldn't have, they probably would have made Lucas Gribio.
They probably would have.
Yeah, which
they probably would have made him that Lex.
Yeah, he would have been like, I am Lex Luthor. One day I'll become Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah, Michael's like, hey, why not? It's one episode. What's going to hurt?
He told him, he said, y'all got me for the whole day. Do whatever you want.
And this is the first time that Michael did not shave his head, that he used a ball cap.
Yeah, because he's shooting another show.
Breaking In.
Yeah, show Breaking In, yeah.
I love that show.
Which that show got canceled after season one.
It ran for like, what season or something? Like 1 or 2 seasons?
I remember when he was doing an interview on Attack of the Show, and he was like, yeah, we got canceled.
He was so good as Dutch. He was the best character on that show.
I've been wanting to watch the show he did called Impastor.
I'd try.
I have not seen it. I saw the footage.
He looks really funny in the clips I've been seeing.
He looks funny with hair.
He's like, I will hunt you down.
To the ground?
Yeah, his lab was underground. That's where Lionel was the whole time. He was underground in the fucking Luthor mansion.
There's an underground lab there now? That's weird.
Yeah, his mansion was an underground lab. Go get him, Tiger.
There you go. Meow.
Ram.
Lex's return will be easier to explain than Lionel's. Lex is like, okay, he was disappeared. He just returned. I mean, that's it. Like they just declared him dead. They like Bruce Wayne did.
He was missing. Like he was missing, presumed dead.
So if he walks into the daily, walks into any of the Daily Planet or LexCorp or something.
Okay, here's the chick in the red dress who's going on Air Force One. Same actress from that played Dr. Manhattan's girlfriend in Watchmen, and she played the nurse from that episode of season 8 of Smallville when Clark revealed the secret to the world.
Matt, maybe she quit her job and became a reporter.
Well, she's not a reporter. Oh yeah, she kind of is.
Maybe she got a twin sister. Maybe she got her a twin sister.
Yeah, she knows that the president is gonna like strike a nuke on that planet. And that woman's like, I don't give a fuck. We're not gonna warn them. Screw it.
There you go. She hit her.
There you go.
She
just
hit her
stop
with
being a bitch.
Punch.
That doesn't look burned to the ground.
Great scene. This is a great scene.
Okay, this is the best scene in this episode.
That's why when it's like face up, it looks great. But when you show it back here, it just looks like the crystal skull from Indiana Jones. Because it's like, wow, his hair.
This is.
That's going to be their last time on screen together, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. This is their first and last scene together.
Well, at least it was a good one.
Yeah, I will admit that the ball cap was a little noticeable when you were doing a wide shot. It looks like a fucking alien came out of a fucking baby from fucking Lex Luthor. But the close-up shot looks so good, and you could tell it looks so clear from the top of his head because they were trying so hard to edit in CG. They're trying to shrink it a little bit, but it's still noticeable. I saw the unedited version before they put it on TV, and it looked so. And you could totally see the fucking ball cap on his head.
The funny part is, like, they were literally, Tom Welling messed up the scene, and he goes, "Hello, Clark," and then he says, "Michael, he goes, "No, it's Lex." He goes, "Clark, you're messing up the scene.
You're ruining the scene." He was just pulling a joke on Tom because this is the first time in a long time that they've been on sharing the same scene together in years.
We have a Wild Dave sighting. Hello, Dave. Shout out to you for making the intro to this show. We greatly appreciate it.
I just want to say,
thank you, man.
Dave he literally made this show so much better with that intro, that kick-ass intro. And
Yeah,
honestly,
even if
and he
it was
also,
even if it was a very short one, but it was still a kick-ass intro.
yeah, not only that, he also made the intro for Talking Sounds, and he did the music for our next show that we have not announced, but we will announce it.
Yep, can't wait. We will at the end of this episode in Watch Party. We will.
And you know what? And Dave did the music for it, and oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, here comes Oliver defeating those minions.
Steppenwolf's like my servant.
For dark side.
Let's kill him. Go back to hell.
This one scene made me laugh. I was like, wait, hold on. He was able to defeat them by shooting his own arrows at them. Tell me how
that's how they die. That's how they die, Ryan. That is how they die.
Tell me the logic in this whole fucking episode.
I'm like, they've been on this whole planet the whole entire time, and the only way to kill them was just shooting an arrow to their heart.
Just shoot a fucking arrow at them. Like, this is not, you're not shooting the bow Orion. That got incinerated, but somehow, nope, I'll shoot. You could have done that a long time ago. What the fuck?
I think they were trying to balance the storyline. So, like, look, we need to just hurry up and, just hurry up. Oh, shit, we got to deal with the dark side? Okay, Oliver shoots an arrow.
That's how they get incinerated. And it just made me laugh. Like, wait, hold up, what?
Like Steppenwolf, or not Steppenwolf, but Desaad, who's been like the big like second in command. You're like, you want to see his death, like a big death. Instead, it's like he dies the same, like, oh, arrow in the heart.
Oh crap!
It's like Bane's death in Dark Knight Rises. It's like, oh, he's gone.
You try to shoot an arrow at Steppenwolf. You try shooting an arrow at Steppenwolf. He would catch it. Like,
the great darkness begins.
That bald head cap was horrible. Throughout the season, they have a Lex growing up with hair. They could have had Michael show up with his beloved hair if he needed it so bad, but nope.
Nope. They made Michael Rosenbaum show up with a bald cap. To which I understand, look, the shots when he's like this, are great, but when he's walking, like, that's where you're like, oh shit, I noticed that.
Yeah, because the close-ups look good. The wide shot looks so fucking noticeable. It stuck out like a sore thumb. He looked like an alien that came out of Lex. It had a baby with an alien and came out of it.
It's not as bad. Like, I mean, like, it's not like John Hamm's in that Funny or Die sketch for Lex Luthor.
Yeah, the president thinks he's gonna nuke that fucking planet and trying to destroy it. Like, it's a fucking planet. What do you? This is not the fucking Death Star.
Yes, go the Independence Day route of nuke the bastards, and then
this is not a spaceship. This is not a spaceship towards Earth. It's a fucking planet. How is your nuke gonna destroy that?
Also, wouldn't you worry about the consequences of that? Like, I don't know, a fucking asteroid. Turn into a bunch of giant asteroids. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just killing yourself and them at the same time.
Because you're gonna it's gonna be like 1,000 meteor showers.
First of all, it's a planet apocalypse. It's an alien planet. I don't think a nuke is gonna make a dent out of that damn thing.
Making TV is very hard. I get that, but that was the best shot of Air Force One they could get.
Yep.
Well, you don't like that shot? That was a decent shot.
It's not a bad shot.
It's better than like a Sharknado Air Force One.
I've never seen Sharknado. None of them.
Those movies are but they're fun.
No,
and that should be a watch party that we'll do. Sharknado.
Sharknado 1's terrible, but Sharknado 2 is fun.
Oh, here comes Darkseid. Somehow Darkseid needs to take on a human form, a vessel. Like, dude, Darkseid should have been a real being.
This is Clark versus Darkseid now.
Well, you can tell the Russo brothers really like this show. The first time Clark lost his powers.
Yep.
The tornado.
It's like Jarrell's like, hey, we're gonna put him in the trance while he's being thrown to the fucking across the bar and show him a bunch of stock footage of his saves. Like, these were your trials, son.
Perry White as a drunk.
Just taking a trip down memory berries.
By Adam Knight. Oh, Clark in the football with Mix Pitlick. Now we never see again, by the way. You never see him again.
No, you never see him after that episode.
The meteor shower.
Like, son, these were your trials. I'm going to show you a stock footage from other seasons ago where you did all the saves.
Oh yeah, it's best up.
It is a shame that they didn't show Ryan here. Remember Ryan?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, they never showed Ryan.
Pepperidge Farm remembers Ryan.
He's flying!
Yeah, he's flying.
Sorta, but he's flying. That counts. Okay, he's definitely flying there.
That's it. That's the end of the fight. Darkseid's done.
There's your fight. Superman versus Darkseid. There it is.
That was it.
That was it. I swear to God.
Darkseid's dead now.
He's dead.
He just speared him like Bill Goldberg. And that's
Here's
it.
another Lex Luthor scene.
Cassidy Freeman asked if she could have one scene with Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
And the writer said, yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, you treated her as your own flesh and blood, but yeah, Tess was in love with you at the time, so that was a little fucking weird.
They're like the Alabama of a family.
This ain't Game of Thrones.
A scene we never even got in the show of him at the fortress. Like, in the suit from season 5 that they never used.
That was from the scene from season 5. That
That
was.
they never used.
So
Yeah,
all
so
of his
he
memories.
doesn't remembers. Yeah, he doesn't remember nothing.
Tess literally just erased his memory from everything.
All he knows is his name is Lex Luthor. His dad is Lionel Luthor. And that's all he knows. He knows the basic info about his family.
Dave with the fact check. Clark flew in season 1, episode 2 when he was.
Well, no, he was floating. He was floating. He wasn't flying. That doesn't count. He did flew. He did flew in season 2, episode 1 in the tornado.
Look, you know how Luthor Corp? Look,
oh yeah, just watch the fucking Luthor Corp sign.
They pulled
Lex Corp.
Matt hated that. He said, "I hate that they wiped his memory." I'm like, but in the
I did. No,
comics,
I fucking hated it. It was a cop out.
But he's not supposed to know that he's the Superman.
Yeah, but we're not following the continuity from comic books, dude. This is a fucking Elseworld story.
Then they
Like,
should have
it's
killed
like, it's like saying, hey, they never been friends in the comic books. They never been best friends. They're going away from the continuity of that. That was made to be Elseworlds for a reason.
Well, the writers were like, "Fuck, cunt, fuck."
And I guarantee that the original showrunners would not have done that in the first place.
They wouldn't have.
Well, in season 1, episode 2, he also woke up in the middle of the road after dreaming of flying, right?
Yeah, but that was a dream.
Or was it?
We've got the suit.
The suit from Superman Returns.
He's gonna say it.
He said the line.
Yep. He said it.
I like how Jonathan's the one that gave him the suit.
I did like that moment too. Thought it made a little bit more sense and very poetic.
Don't do it to be continued, please.
Not this time.
Oh, thank God. Flying the not so friendly sky.
This is literally a scene from Superman Returns that they're doing. When Superman saves the plane.
Well, it's also Superman the movie.
That's true.
Say, like, hey, I know that guy.
I just saw. I just pulled up an article that they interviewed when they a couple years ago for the 20th anniversary of Smallville. They interviewed Miller and Goff, and they asked them how they would have ended the series.
Yeah.
They said first off they had not watched the last 3 seasons of the show.
I think they said when they wouldn't do anything like this.
They said they would never. They said they did see the cover. Miller said, "I did see the cover at Best Buy of him in a trench coat, in a black trench coat."
Oh yeah, we already went over that one. We already went over that one.
They did say it would have ended. They said they would have had Clark in the final episode interview Lex Luthor as president, because they would have went back to Hourglass and seen Lex Luthor as the president, and they would have had Clark as a Daily Planet reporter interview him.
Huh.
They said that they always said they wanted to go back to Hourglass. They said the idea was it's building towards them. Which I'm like, we were robbed. I'm kind of hoping.
Apparently, Superman can fucking move a planet.
He's Superman. Of course he can.
I mean, he can revise time in Superman the movie by just going back. So I mean, obviously he can revise time and.
Also, I asked for this to not do it to be continued when this is literally the final episode.
No, this is the final episode.
I am done. I was hoping
Would you imagine if
would have shown up to give him the suit.
that would have been so pissy.
No, it made more sense. It like with having Terrence Stamp as Jor-El to send him the suit. No, it wouldn't have felt right.
I was hoping Terrence Howard would have shown.
I feel like they used that visual effects shot from a wide angle that looks like Brandon
Terrence
Routh.
Howard. Why would Terrence Howard show up, Dave? Terrence Howard. Let me tell you something, okay? He says, like, I have been to the Diddy party. I was like, what? I have been to Diddy parties, Clark. And he's just like, what? Mr. Howard, you were fired from Iron Man too. He says, why are you on the Smallville set? I am Jor-El now.
Oh, yeah, here's the epilogue. That's Oliver's son. This is like the flash forward sequence.
And he's gonna grow up to be Stephen Amell.
He's gonna grow up to be the Green Arrow. He's wearing
That
a
would've
Warrior
been so
Angel
hilarious
shirt.
if they would've
He's literally wearing a Warrior Angel shirt. Playing the John Williams music. Oh, here's another WTF right here. Just
Guess who?
Guess who?
You died.
He grew up to be Aaron Ashmore again.
That's supposed to be his brother.
So Aaron Ashmore obviously was Jimmy Olsen all along because he grew up to be Aaron Ashmore again.
Guys, guys.
I know that's
It's a
like the
paradox.
biggest.
It's a flash.
You do hear the actor's voice from Perry White, but he's not presently there.
Caesar's ghost. Sorry.
Great Caesar's ghost.
He's like, they killed me off.
Oh,
And
gee.
they brought me back again. That's Jimmy Mills.
Oh,
Well, look who's president.
hail to the chief.
This is supposed to be in 2018. 2018 has passed. Michael,
Would've
Lex is now the
literally been
president.
So funny if it was 2017. If they would put
Did you-
2017,
Did you guys enjoy seeing Avengers Infinity War? That wasn't heart-wrenching at all. What have you been doing for 7 years?
You waited 7 years to get married?
The movie,
Like
the
that.
5-year, the 5-year engagement would like to have a word with you, Clark.
At this point, just elope. Like, just elope.
Oh, here's the music.
Yes, let it go. Just let it play.
Well, Tom Welland said it's just like they put like a bluish, like the same thing with when they put up the suit. It wasn't really the suit that he put; it was just like some kind of bluish tin, and then they put like the Superman. Then they made like a little Superman logo.
Yeah,
to put
because
on
in this
there. So
episode, he didn't actually wear the suit on set. Like that was they just used a close-up shot, and the wide shot was in CGI, so you never really get to see him actually wear the suit.
yeah, I think what it was either this is my theory about it.
I mean, personally, when I saw that, I was a little bit pissed off because I was really hyped to see Tom Welland actually wear the Superman outfit in action, and thought it was anticlimactic of how they did that.
I think what it was is because Warner Brothers were like, we don't want to make a suit, and probably the suit that Brandon Routh wore didn't fit him, so they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're not going to like make a new suit, so you're just gonna have to work.
It's
it
too
out
much money.
yourself.
It's too much. No, it was too much money. They did not want to spend another money to make the suit for Tom Welling.
That's like $1 million to wear that suit. It's like $1 million suit.
Yeah, they got little CW got cheap.
Yeah, they put them on the Friday night lot. Okay, I mean, yeah, obviously they're cheap.
Yeah. Well, let's do
Yes.
one last.
Ryan, penny for your thoughts.
Well, one last time. Let's go to scores. Collins, 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
Ouch.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, it's just like the two, but if you take away the two Lex scenes, then I honestly would probably give it a 4 or a 3. But I mean, like I said, honestly, the 5 goes to Lex, Lionel, and I just don't like the ending. It he doesn't really see him as Superman, it just keeps him in the wide shots, and it isn't fun. Like it's like it's okay, but it's not my favorite finale. I think there's better finales than this.
He fought against wearing the suit. They had planned more with him wearing the real suit, but he said, no, this is a story about Clark. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
So wait, you're actually serious? A 5?
Yes, I just don't like. You know what? I'll go 6. Okay, 6 is like but I don't think it's like a great series ending. I'm like
You gave
it's fine.
6 to Prophecy.
But
Well-
yeah, I mean it's not my favorite.
Aaron White, what about you?
He's gonna give it a 10. Watch, he's gonna give it.
I am not going to give it I'll give it an 8.
10.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay, Matt.
I understand all the objections, but it's still a good culmination.
Darkseid shows up for 5 seconds and then dies. He does this. I mean, Galactus appears more in Fantastic Four, The Rise of Silver Surfer, than this. At least he said, you see, like the horns, whatever. I'm just saying, Darkseid goes like this is like Darkseid.
It's a symbolic fight. It's symbolic. That's why.
Matt Wyatt, what is your final score?
My score was literally going to be a 6 out of 10. I mean, there's things I really enjoyed about the finale that I felt that was very fulfilling, like with Lex and Clark scene. Brilliant. Best part about that episode was Lex and Clark having that little moment, and having Jonathan Kent having their scene together was beautiful, very poetic. But then other than that, It was fucking stupid the way that fucking Darkseid went out like a little bitch in this
Thank you,
episode.
man.
The fucking way that he just flew. All you have to do is fucking fly and fucking just torpedo him and incinerate him. This is a fucking titan. This is a fucking god. Darkseid's not some fucking bullshit Dark Cloud from Rise of the Silver Surfer. That was like someone shoved it up their asses and say fuck you to the fans. Really. And I get the reason I'm not even done yet. My thoughts on this is that I get the reason why he's not going to be able to wear the suit, and you're not going to actually see Tom Welling wear the suit. But at the time, I was so fucking hyped, and they hyped this up so much. Other than, let's use a close-up shot of him and just use a wide angle in CGI. Which, if you've seen it in him hovering through the near planet Earth, that's literally a shot of Brandon Routh CG from Superman Returns. If you fucking freeze frame that shot, they're like, oh god. And the whole meta comic books, Smallville, really. Really? It feels like you're giving away his identity. He's Superman right now, and you made a fucking DC comic book of him? Like, that was the dumbest fucking scene I have seen. Sure, the John Williams was fucking good. It was really nostalgia. I enjoy that part. But other than that, I thought Superman and Lois series finale was fucking far superior than this one.
I still haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to.
Okay.
Yeah, that one felt more fulfilling.
Dave inspired me to watch Lois and Clark.
All through.
No, but I will say that there are some good stuff that I liked and accepted for what it was, but I still was a little disappointed.
All right, you guys ready for my score? You're prime, you're puckered?
Yes, we're puckered, all right.
No.
Bet you 10.
I'm gonna go 9. I like
9.
All right.
Damn, you really enjoyed this episode that much.
It's not perfect, but I gotta say, like when this was on a high, it was yeah, just one more time, one for the road. Give me a break. This is a 10 out of 10 episode. Haven't you seen the reaction videos of people crying and screaming? While
Dude,
watching?
people fake their fucking reactions on YouTube.
Reaction videos are not how you judge something.
You can't just object that.
There are people right now watching Last of Us Season 2 going, oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. And then like a month later, it was fucking boring. Like,
for me personally, I still enjoyed Season 2, but I'm not going to cry my eyes out for the last season. I mean, Episode 8 with Pietro Pascal was great. It was heartbreaking. Even Episode 2 was heartbreaking, but overall, the season was good. I'm not saying it's one of the greatest seasons of all time. So you can't just fucking make that argument like, well, people like cried over it. Oh boy, most reactors fucking cry over a lot of stuff. You can't always trust that
people
shit.
cry about the Star Wars trailers. I mean, really.
I didn't care about how they took out Darkseid because I never liked him in the season and I was done with him several episodes
But
ago.
also, Oliver just has to shoot a bunch of 3 arrows to kill those fucking minions, and that's all it took. What? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
And then there's the Last of Us comment there, which I love that. I love the Last of Us comment. I was like, really? Well, I don't really look. I have not finished season 2, but I mean, I've just been seeing everyone's reaction, and then Matt really was really happy about season 2. So Matt, I bet you Matt's like he's gonna give a Last of Us season 2 an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10 because as soon as episode 2 happened, I'm like, I'll see you next year. I'll see you.
Well, this is it. This is we have watched all 200 plus episodes of this show, and
what?
Yes,
I don't get that. I don't get that.
What?
I don't get that, Dave. You gotta explain that one.
Well, in any case.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Dave that said that. Okay,
216. Thank you for correcting me on that one. There are 216 episodes, and man, what a ride! What an absolute ride!
Can you imagine? I mean, besides the point, look, even though we don't, us guys, us 3 at least, don't like 8 through 10 as much as like we loved 1 through 7. But there are still great things in season 8.
Of course.
And look, I got a Funko Pop right now.
Dude, we can all agree that season 9 was the better season out of the 3. The season 9 was the better season.
I like Doomsday. Look, I got a Funko Pop. You know, like literally Davis of him and like his little blue like things that he only gets a 5-second fight scene, but still, I got that Doomsday figure, and I'm a big fan. Look, I still enjoy rewind to rewatch it. I still rewatch season 8, 9, and 10, and I love season 9. I love season 9. Like Zod is awesome in that, and I like how they do like Lex saving Clark is Lex trying Clark saving Lex. It's Clark saving Zod, and then and I thought that was really cool. And season 10, there are things I like in season 10. Like I like Lionel coming back. I wish they would have did more with the Dark Side storyline. And I also like that they brought.
No, I just wish they would have handled the Dark Side better.
Yeah, I mean, really, they just didn't do much with it, and I kind of wish that I mean, but literally,
like they made him out to be one of the most powerful being in the universe, and then he just went out like that, and just like that was so anticlimactic. Like I will admit, like I love the fucking show as a whole. It's my top 3 favorite shows of all time. I rewatch all 10 seasons every once a year. I watch it religiously.
I will say I do like that there's a jumping off point after you get past season 7. Season 8 is kind of feels like it's Metropolis, the show, and because Smallville, like it feels its focus more on Metropolis. So it's like, oh, we're more embracing the Superman mythology. So I kind of like
did you see that? Did you read the comment what Muhammad just said? I'm still in season 1, but want to get back to watching it. Wow, you just jumped right into the spoiler territory, dude. Like you just
Sorry.
You just shot yourself in the foot.
I think he's referring to The Last of Us. I really truly think that's what you're
I thought. Oh, Last of Us. Oh, never mind then. Oh, I thought you were talking about Smallville.
One thing, even Smallville season 8 is still better than Last of Us season 2.
No, I'd have to disagree on that one.
I would literally rather.
Like, that was it's a better made show than what the season 8 of Smallville.
Well, I mean, no ties, no flights. Look. Here's the thing.
Like, it's a 2 different show too. It's not even. This was like a post-apocalyptic show drama. This was a superhero show.
To be fair,
you can't compare to apples to oranges.
Well, to be fair, the Phantom Zone is pretty post-apocalyptic.
For only for like a couple episodes.
But I will say with Davis on point about this. Here's the thing, though. They understood the assignment of how to do it so long, where it was like you say no flights, no tights. Okay, guess what? 7 seasons they did that logic, and you know what they did have some loopholes throughout but it still worked. But then it seems like when the other showrunners were like, you know what, we should try to embrace the Superman, then it just went like Price is Right.
I have no issue with embracing the Superman mythos, but it just didn't do it well. I mean, look, I still there's things that I like, but I just didn't think
storylines in season 8.
Yeah, it could have been handled better. And the latest comment said Mohammed was like, yeah, he's definitely talking about Smallville. He wasn't talking about Last of Us.
Okay, so
you just literally just jumped yourself and spoiled yourself for the whole show.
Well, let's put a bow on this whole thing and let's wrap this up. Collins, where can the people find you?
They can find me at 3dmoviecinema.com. I was gonna go see Mission Impossible today after work, but I just didn't. I forgot. Because I was just trying to rush home and everything. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have, by the time this airs next week, the re-release airs, that I will have seen it and had a review for it. And we Kitchen Talk we just did, and this Friday we're doing Batman Terry. So by the time this is Batman Terry will have aired, it'll either be an exciting one or it'll be a really normal one. So you'll find out Friday. Matt, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You'll be exciting or it'll be pretty normal. You'll find out Friday. Tune in.
It was purely because I grew up watching CW's Flash, but when I saw him on Crisis on Infinite Earths, I then wanted to check out the show. Well,
hey, good.
By the way, Dave, can we give him some love? He literally, I understand. We're messing with Dave right now because we're hazing him a little bit about the later season Smallville, but Dave has literally been our biggest cheerleader on this Dave is literally we wanted him, to come on more, but he, circumstances prevent him from coming on more. But I really appreciate having Dave because Dave has literally been our biggest supporter on this, next to Aaron White. And I will say Dave has literally always been, if you guys need something, you let me know and everything. He made us this kick-ass intro, kick-ass thumbnails that we use and everything. So I just want to say thank you to Dave so much because Dave really helped us out so much. So when we started it, I was just using the intro from the DVDs, and Dave's like, no, I can fix this, bro. Watch this. And then Dave's like, and then I'm like, this is our picture. And then Dave's like, nah, watch this, man. And then I'm like, damn, Dave. And so to this day, I'm like, hey, Dave, he just did Talking Silence, did our intro for Silence. And then I'm like, Dave, he said, and then he also did my music for Batman, Terry, and he did my music just for the next show that we're about to announce in a second. But yeah, Smallville may be ending, but we're gonna in 2 weeks. We're gonna return with a new show.
Yeah.
Do you have it ready?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to allow Matt Wyatt to plug some things.
Oh, sorry.
Matt Wyatt, go ahead.
You know how like Jake just likes to jump ahead. he has a bad habit of it. But anyway, you can find me. You can find my YouTube channel at Matt Wyatt 92. I put up my 2 reviews for 2 films: the new horror film A24 called Bring Her Back, and another review called Karate Kid Legends. So definitely check that out.
It's not gonna work. Well, I thought I had it ready, but it looks like StreamYard's just not going to work for me. So I'll put it here, and then I'm sorry, I'll put it here. Me in the future, put it here. But Kaczynski Project on my channel, Kitchen Talk, Road to Mission Impossible will be wrapping up. A lot of stuff coming to the channel, and in 2 weeks we will have that thing that's going here. But oh no, wait, there was something else. Oh, wait a minute. You mean you remember that part that about now where I said that I didn't have the intro?
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
Right now.
I see what you did there.
That's right, folks. The next show here on the channel, we are going to be talking about Gotham. It's a shorter show, and it's a show that no one really talks about, but I remember watching one season of and liking and then never going back to it, and I always wanted to. So this will be as good a chance as any to finally jump back into it. And in 2 weeks' time, we will be jumping into that with the watch party for Season 1, Episode 1. But thank you to Aaron White for showing up. He is somehow not here right now, but he must have had to jump. But thank you, Aaron White. But one last time for all the homies, for Jacob Collins, for Matt Wyatt. My name is Ryan Cam. For truth, for justice, for the American way. Always.
Do you want to say it? Should we all say it at the same time for that one last line?
Sharpton for president, y'all.
Yo, Sharpton for president.
Sharpton for president, y'all. I'm outie.
Jesse Jackson for VP. You guys have a good night.